What's up, Fins family? We are back at it one more time. Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, the home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Let me adjust this camera. Trying to make it perfect for myself. Move it over here. All right, we're good. What's up, everybody? We got some more good news and a little bit of bad. Something I'm really worried about now. The good news is Eric Flowers did not sustain a season-ending injury. It's not major. That I believe has been confirmed. That's really good news because I'm telling you now, you're going to need this O-line as healthy as possible going through the stretch of this season, especially if we're going to make a playoff run. We definitely going to need a healthy O-line. So this is actually massive news. I thought his season might have been over. The way he was grimacing on the floor, and I don't know if some of y'all saw that footage, but they got footage of the Bengals player actually stepping on his ankle, and it looked straight up intentional. I mean, after the play, after he bent his leg back. The injury, I don't even think happened from the leg bend back. It was when the guy stepped on his leg. Shout out to the homie Engraving in the building. Ooh, don't take the L to the Cowboys, man. Ooh, man. The Ravens got the easiest schedule, but I don't know. We'll see. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry, Engraving, but we are rooting against y'all because y'all got an easy schedule. You can still make the playoffs, but it could be at the expense of us or Buffalo. So I don't know. I ain't rooting for you right now. But anywho, man. But yes, man. So Flowers is good. Now let me talk to y'all about what I'm a little bit worried about. Social media is trying to get Devante Parker suspended. I don't know if y'all been I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but social media is trying to get Devante Parker suspended. I don't know who's hating on him. Maybe we got some angry Bengal fans, but they are trying their best to get Devante Parker suspended. They keep on releasing the video, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even see this angle of the video. It's actually worse than we thought at first. Although Devante Parker got hit first, Devante Parker hit one player in the face. Then here's the part where I'm worried about. I know they said no suspensions are coming down, but as these videos keep releasing, the NFL might be forced. Their hands might be forced. He slapped the trainer to the ground. You know the Cincinnati coaching staff trainer that was on the ground. Everybody was like, even the trainer got knocked down, but nobody could tell who knocked him down or how it happened. It was Parker. When they showed a replay, he smacked one player, then another one hit him, and he came. I don't think it was egregious, though. I don't think he was trying to hit the trainer. He was trying to get to the person behind the trainer, but he smacked the trainer down to the ground. Then he smacked the third Bengal in the face in the helmet. He hit three people with little semi-haymakers. Haymakers are haymakers. Those are semi-haymakers because they were like open-handed, But yes, the big thing ain't the players with helmets, but he hit the actual trainer. He was the reason the trainer hit the ground. And social media, I'm sitting here watching it. They're going on this little campaign, sharing the video and talking about Parker should be suspended for the rest of the season. He should be out a few games. And this, that, and this. They're trying hard to make the league really, really, really pay attention to the fact that the trainer was hit. The trainer was hit. Somebody say I'm helping social media. I ain't helping them. The NFL ain't watching me, bro. They're not watching me. They're not sharing my video like, oh, TD said that he did it. And that. No, man. I'm not showing the video. But I'm talking to y'all about what actually happened, man. So I know they said no suspensions will be coming down, but, man, I'm going to tell you now, man, if this video keep on circulating, they might try to force the NFL's hand to do something like a one game or something. I really hope that it doesn't happen because we're going to need him versus the Chiefs. I want to see our team 100% prepared to go up against the Chiefs with no major injuries. I want to see our team ready to go against the Chiefs without missing out on Devante Parker, man. Somebody said, why not suspend the gunner for cheap shots? Because it's impossible. He did it in the realm of a game. Y'all got to understand, he legally did an illegal play. And he legally did something that would only warrant a penalty. He's not going to get ejected for hitting the guy early. That's only a penalty. It's only a penalty. It's only a penalty, man. Rough the quarterback, rough the passer. They're not going to kick you out the game. You're just going to keep getting 15s. You're going to keep getting 15-yard penalties. So he did something dirty within the realm of the game. Yeah, you can get fined, but again, I don't even think he gets fined because it wasn't helmet to helmet. That's like, it wasn't helmet to helmet, guys. It wasn't, you know what I mean? He hit the gunner early. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. TD, he even stepped on Solomon's ankle. Now that's different. Hold on. That was the same player who stepped on Solomon Kinley's ankle? Because I saw the footage of the player that stepped on Solomon Kinley's ankle, and I was like, that's so dirty. That was the same guy. Yes, TD, the same. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was the same guy. What? Uncle Parker should have, that's who Parker should have been finding to lay them haymakers on. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was the same guy. I just thought they were all playing dirty and this and that. But he was all over the field playing dirty. He was in his feelings for real then. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. The same guy who teed off at Grant is the same one who got up off the ground, saw Solomon sitting there, and stepped on his ankle. Wow, he owe me them hands now. See, that's the type of stuff right there. Man, I'd want to shoot the fade if I saw him square up right now. I'm just saying, listen, kids, if you're watching, nonviolent. We do not condone violence over here. But that's some bully stuff. That's a different level of bully. That's a different level of bully. He had, oh man. See, the wrong people caught the fades, man. Because I don't even remember actually seeing that guy in the heat of the scrum. I don't even remember seeing him as one of the main guys in the fight. Was he? Some of y'all saying it wasn't the same guy. Okay, man, I have to go check it out. I didn't think it was the same guy. If it is, that's a whole nother level of dirty. Because that Solomon Kinley ankle step, not Solomon Kinley, when they stepped on the old lineman ankle, I was like, man, that was just as obvious as could be. Literally got off the ground, looked at it and said, all right, and like, let me put my weight on it. That is next level. You are literally trying to injure, like, okay, the Jakeem Grant Gunner situation, you trying to lay a hit on somebody because you mad at them. That's one thing. You ain't trying to hurt them. You just trying to, yeah, take that, you know? And that's still, oh, that's messed up, whatever. But the one where the guy stepped on the foot, that is trying to give a guy an intentional injury. And this is their checkbook. This is their livelihood. That's a whole, see, that was worse than the Grant hits, y'all, to me. Oh my gosh, man. That was worse than the Grant hit to me. Grant hit was like, oh, you gonna take this shot, and it's messed up, yeah. But the one where they stepped on the ankle, you're trying to take a man out. Specific part of the body that you know an old lineman is the most fragile because they're always sitting on a lot of weight. And you're trying to step on it and put your body weight on it. That is messed up. That is messed up. But listen, back to the news that concerns me. They're circulating this video, and it's a different ball game when you hit somebody on the staff that doesn't have protective gear on. See, it's one thing you slapping helmets, they already head to the face, the concussion situations and all of that stuff they don't want. But you just hit a trainer, coach, whatever, who did, and here's what's even worse about it. The trainer coach was actually the good guy in this because his arms were spread all the way open, trying to separate guys. Like, come on, y'all, no, don't fight. Bam! And then he gets whacked. He was actually being a good guy, trying to separate the guys, not separate his guy and talk trash, none of that. He was separating the guys. He was trying to separate the guys, man. So I don't know, man, who hit a trainer, TD. Devante Parker did. Laid him out on the ground. Life's a Gamble said, the fight, in my opinion, is really good for the locker room. These guys love each other, and it showed. Flores building something special. Miami Dolphins coming. I agree. It was good for the locker room. Did you see Jakeem Grant run after those guys before they went to the locker room and dapped them up and stuff and showed them love? Said basically, thanks for standing up for me. And they were like, for sure, for sure. And then they went to the locker room. This is a special group. Did you see how Christian Wilkins was hugging up on Van Noy throughout the game? Every time they made a big play, they hugging and all of that stuff. This is a special, bonded, tight-knit group. And then when you add players that come along with that mix, you add the Landon Roberts, you add the Zeilers, you add the Nick Needhams that get their mojo. You see Bobby McCain dapping up Nick Needham, and you bring those guys along with the camaraderie, because there's different levels to this. There are guys who are known good. There are guys who are first rounders who have a chip on their shoulder. They kind of mesh. But all the guys who are trying to make a name for themselves, who ain't nobodies, believe it or not, there is a separation in every locker room. But the way this team is playing, everybody's making plays and they're becoming one. They're all becoming deserving of each other. And it's showing. They're all embracing each other. It's like one of the most beautiful things you can ask in a team. It's one of the most beautiful things you can ask in a team. And I love that. But at the same token, as we mature as a team, we got to make smart decisions. We're beating up on their behind. Like, think about it. Imagine being in the AFC championship game, right? And the team you're playing in the AFC championship, you're beating. You're in the fourth quarter, 6 minutes left, and you're beating them. You are beating them. Think about that. You're beating them, and this game is virtually over, and they taking cheap shots. Are you going to blow your team that has to come to the Super Bowl? Are you going to blow it then? Think about that. How would we feel right now if that went down and we're going to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks? How would we feel? We would be a whole lot more nervous than we are now. That's why as this team matures, and Flores, I love Flores, man. He took the ownership. I got to be better is what Flores said. These guys bust they behind and work hard, and I'm still in the headline of my behavior, which I can't be. I got to be better. I got to be better. Flores takes ownership like no other, man. But at the same token, I'm about what he was about. He went out there. Man, I want to know, was he talking to a player or was he talking to the coach? I hope he was talking to the coach. I hope he was telling him you need to control your guys. They basically out here playing stupid football. They have zero discipline. And I hope Flores was talking to the coach. I don't know who he was talking to, because they never showed the angle of who he was talking to, but I hope it was the coach. I think it was the coach, because you were looking around everybody. Basically, you can control your little pack of wolves out here playing like some unfit animals. Because that's dirty, y'all. There's no place in the game for guys intentionally trying to injure another guy. It's one thing y'all get in a scuffle with this and that, but you can't be doing that, man. You trying to take our players out. I'd run through TD's prison wall. Flores, y'all keep knocking my wall, man. I told y'all, man, I'm going to be out in like 3 weeks, man. Y'all put something on my books, man. I'm going to be out in about 3 weeks. Y'all donate to my books right now on the channel. Send a donation for my books, man. I ain't spending it on books, but you know what I mean. Put some money on my books. Y'all keep talking about my prison walls, man. This is a house walls, man. These how they build houses in Texas. They got all these little bricks, you know. Yeah, man. I'm out here chilling in the back, man. I'm out here chilling in the back. See the wall and all that. I'm chilling in the back, man. On the wreck. I'm in the wreck yard. That's the wreck yard. Oh man, Flores, hire my boy TD for offensive coordinator. Nah, I don't want to be offensive coordinator. That's harder for me. I understand offense, but put me on the defense. I want to be back there on the defense. TD, that's cool, man. Nice space. Yeah, man, just sitting back here on this porch. We're like I said, we're here for the holidays, staying at the in-laws. 7 weeks we'll be here. Well, we done been here for like, I don't know how long we done been here so far. We came like a week before Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember. Yeah, I believe a week before Thanksgiving we got here, and we'll be leaving like the 1st of January. So about 6-7 weeks. We have to give more respect to Van Noy and Zach. Man, and Zach, I agree with the Van Noy one, man. It angers me that, listen, nobody out of their mouth should be talking about Van Noy. This is a linebacker, ladies and gentlemen, who has what? How many? 5 or 6 sacks? 5.5 or 6.5 sacks right now? Linebacker, not a defensive tackle, not a defensive end. We're talking about a linebacker who has almost 6 sacks. I can't believe people be coming at Van Noy like this. This man has put pressure on the quarterbacks almost every week. He ain't always getting there, but this is what we brought him in for. Matter of fact, I'm willing to go out on a limb to say that he's playing beyond his contract. He's playing bigger than his contract. And people don't notice that. They just like with the whole Xavien Howard, Byron Jones thing is, we should be happy we got 2 studs. But X out here getting picks and people trying to diminish Byron? Do you know what Byron is doing? Oh my gosh. People think that his picks is everything. I mean, they're huge if we can capitalize off of them. But come on, man. It's bigger than that. TD, do you think we should sign Isaiah Ford back because we are in need of a wide receiver? Man, I'm glad you said that. I was supposed to do a video 2 days ago on that. The New England Patriots did release Isaiah Ford. Not because of his play. They actually brought him in because they had another player that they weren't sure, something about an injury they weren't sure about, but it ended up working out or something. So they didn't need Isaiah Ford anymore, so they released him. So I would definitely be open to bringing Isaiah Ford back. You already got a draft pick for him, and you can still bring him back? Absolutely. And give us a little insight on what New England trying to do this year. TD, what do you think about bringing Kenny Stills back? And I don't know. I don't know if it's good for the team. Remember, there was a little slight itty bitty baby drama last time. You know, with the whole Flores wanting him to focus on football. You know, and Kenny Stills, I think, felt at the time his calling was more about social injustice, which is a noble cause. But at the same token, Flores was only interested in, when he's in that building, him doing his job because his play did slack. And they released him in Houston so that maybe he can go sign with the contender. But he wasn't producing great there either, though. So I don't know. I think he should find himself on a team right before the playoffs start to make a playoff run. So between the next few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if a team doesn't bring him in and get it going. You know, I'm not going to say that Miami wouldn't bring him in. I don't think it'll be a top priority, but we could be shocked and Miami brings Kenny Stills back. I'm not going to rule that out. If we make the playoffs and he's available, they may want to go into the playoffs, with another guy or something at the position due to the injuries that we dealt with. I would rather bring back Isaiah Ford. Is Isaiah Ford better than Kenny Stills? I'll say no. At this point in Kenny Stills' career, it ain't like it's leaps and bounds of a difference. But Kenny Stills does add an element that can be explosive at times and take the top off. So this is one of them things you don't care until it happens because it's a waste of even, y'all know what I mean. I would rather bring back Isaiah Ford. He gives you a little insight on the Patriots. He also knows this playbook in and out. He knows this playbook. That's the one thing he's good at is picking up a playbook. Kings Mill said the offense looked good, but we got to score more. The offense, I don't think it looked good. I think it looked fair. Again, that third quarter was great. Still, okay, we got to convert on third downs, y'all. We were 1 for 10 on third down, and the only third down that one we got was at the end of the game to run the clock out. It don't count. We didn't convert any third downs in the meaningful part of the game. 0 third downs. If we ain't getting the first or second down, we didn't. No, you definitely ain't got a shot versus the Chiefs doing that. You ain't got a shot in the gun range versus the Chiefs. So you gotta convert third downs, man. And that's on Tua, that's on Gailey, that's on Grant, that's on Parker, that's on Gesicki, that's on Gaskins, that's on the O-line, that's on this team offense. You gotta convert third down. That was atrocious, y'all. The little stats that we ain't talking about today, that was atrocious. So we got to be able to execute, man, because these teams like the Chiefs, that's when they play their best defensive football on third down for momentum swings. Somebody said the Chiefs weren't great in the red zone last night. Need to take advantage of that. We have to be able to stop the Chiefs' run. Everybody's worrying about Tyreek Hill and Kels, their passing game. Not me. We got to be able to stop their run. They will bludgeon us. Denver has a good secondary. We have a great secondary. Chiefs' game plan was to try to run the ball. Not until late in the third quarter did Mahomes say, forget this crap, I'm throwing now. The commentator pointed it out. On an RPO, when you see 6 in the box, it's almost a guaranteed handoff. That's textbook football. Mahomes, he counts how many guys are in the box. He sees 6. On an RPO, you hand the ball off. You have the advantage. Especially when you got the 2 solids on the opposite side you're going to be running to. The linebackers, if they both of them are out shade of the center on the outside of where you're going to be running, that's a guaranteed handoff. And they were doing that all game. But what the Broncos were disguising, it was 7 in the box, but it started out as 6 because they brought the strong safety every time. As soon as the play started, they dropped the safety straight down in the box every time. But you're supposed to hand it off in those situations. And you saw late in that game, they just said, forget this. Mahomes was like, I'm not handing it off. I'm just going to throw. Even though they're giving it to you, I'm going to throw. TD, you a lie. Last stream, you said, I don't buy jerseys until you that guy. You bought Minka Fitzpatrick jersey the same year, and he wasn't that guy yet. Wow, Omar, are you one of those individuals trying to prove that I'm wrong? I don't know. I'm not gonna put that on you yet, but I'm gonna basically tell you why I bought Minka Fitzpatrick's jersey. I bought his jersey because I went to his draft. And I looked at him eye to eye, face to face, and I told him congratulations. He said thank you, and he walked off with his little white creamy suit. And I got a little invested. I learned my lesson with Minka. And that's why I said I don't buy jerseys until you're that guy. He was the one who taught me that lesson. He was the guy that taught me that lesson. Me couldn't do no wrong. I attended his draft on the floor. The Miami Dolphins select Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah! He came over to the fan group, signing autographs, and I see came right by me. I said, congratulations. Looked him in his eye and said, congratulations. He said, thank you. And he finished down the way and took a picture with Roger Goodell. And I said, that's our future. And he's a great player. And I instantly, literally got that jersey and I learned my lesson. Still got the jersey. Not here, but back in home. Still got the jersey. So he's the one who taught me that lesson. I kind of always had that lesson because I never bought Tannehill jersey until 5 years after. Once I determined he wasn't the reason, it was the team around him. That's when I bought Tannehill's jersey. But yeah, so just so you know, he said, no, I'm not one of those guys. That statement kind of stood out for me, but I feel you. It was more of an emotional connection. Love you, though, brother. I knew you didn't feel that way. That's why I said I'm not going to put that on you yet. But I wanted to explain it because I want to make sure people understood what I meant. But yeah, I don't buy jerseys anymore until you're that guy. Because this team is showed, if anything, wouldn't everybody, would anything have been wrong with buying a Laramie Tunsil jersey 2 years ago? Nothing would have been wrong with buying a Laramie Tunsil jersey 2 years ago. You could argue he was the best player on the team. And what ended up happening? Learn my lesson, man. Singing, TD learned his lesson. Well, live to tell the secrets. Oh, man, what y'all talk about? Landry? No, never got one. I knew Landry was a long-term, and I knew Ajayi was a long-term. I knew Ajayi was a long-term much more than Landry. Because Ajayi, like I said, he had no care for his health. He ran with anger. And that's good, and it gets the job done, but it's not long-lasting. It doesn't sustain. And when he went to Philly, he got himself a Super Bowl, though. And then I don't know what happened to him from there on out. Parker receiving fines, not likely to be suspended. I hope so, though, because he knocked the trainer out. They were dragging the trainer to the sideline. So we'll see. TD, you going live for the game tonight? As of right now, I'm 80% confident that I'm going live for the game tonight because I feel good about the 49ers beating Buffalo. I'm 80% sure that I'll be going live for that game. I'm going to try. I'm going to check to see how the wife's doing because I don't want to leave her with the babies all day by themselves. I just put them down for a nap. Like I said, she's a career woman, so she's focusing on what she's doing. And, I'm doing the little babies' school lessons and taking them outside to play. And I got to stream in earlier while they were playing, went on a little 4-mile walk, try to keep doing those. And so I always care about, if she's tired or not. So, but I'm 80% sure because I let her know that I'm thinking about streaming the game. It's an important one. The one that Buffalo loses, that's going to mean everything. I'm telling y'all, I feel it. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong, but Buffalo might lose. Ever since Sherman got back last week, that defense looked much better in San Francisco, man. We'll see. We'll see. Next week is basically a mini AFC playoff week. Every team is playing a team in the playoff race. It's crazy. Brian Flores was sent from the football gods. TD, what did I miss? Everything, everything. No, not much, man. We just kicking it now. I'm going to blow up Dan's stream if they lose, LOL. Listen, I'm going to send everybody over to blow it up. I'm going to go blow it up. We'll see. Like, if they lose, they are in so much trouble. Because next week, although we have the Chiefs, they got Pittsburgh. They got Pittsburgh. So let me tell y'all what's going to be important, though. No matter what, right now, Buffalo owns the tiebreaker. But if the Patriots beat Buffalo and we beat Buffalo, they no longer have the division tiebreaker. Right now, they are 4-0 in the division, and we're 2-2. We have to beat them in the Patriots, and if they lose to us in the Patriots, we're both 4-2. We're both 4-2. So that tiebreaker doesn't work anymore. And we'd have a better record in the AFC, but again, we got to beat the Chiefs. Win like opponents, we'd probably be better. We'll see, man. Oh, man, Dan's channel tonight. Yeah, I'll probably stream it, but we're going to go spam him up if they lose, man. We'll see. The Dolphins may have won against the 49ers, but the 49ers have a really good defense, and Josh Allen has no accuracy, and we got Sherman and Mosley in the secondary. I know. They looked good last week. They beat the Rams, and they're still in the playoff hunt regardless of their bad start, which is crazy. So they're just like the Patriots. They're trying to go on a run to make it in. We'll see. TD, did you miss my Brandon Jones question? Yeah, I did. I picked you guys to win, Jake. Don't lay an egg. I know, right, man? But listen, I'm going to tell y'all, man. People could think I'm conspiracy theorist all you want. They be cheering for Buffalo. Like, they get some of the dumbest calls that go their way late in the game, always in the fourth quarter when it matters the most. Like, you be watching they games, you be like, wow, really? Like, man, they be robbing for Buffalo. Like, so much. Like, I'm watching it. I'm like, I'm going to shut up because obviously they going to just say I'm a hater. But, God, some of this is just so obvious. Like, Buffalo should have, like, 2 more losses right now. Man, it makes no sense. It's almost like they want it to be this way. And that scares me, though, man. Like, the league man, I don't know. Like, they should have made enough money off of Buffalo now with a spread. So go ahead and shift it now. Let it be fair. That was not a pass interference. Exactly. I know exactly what play you talking about. TD, I'm feeling the green screen background. This ain't a green screen, man. I told y'all I'm gonna try to make bail, man. I'll be out in 3 weeks if not. If y'all can put some money on my books, drop a donation right now. Put some money on my books, man, so I can get out. That's his house. It's not my house. It's my in-laws. We're in Dallas right now. I was asking, what do you think of him? Of who? I already forgot who you were talking about. Well, I was close. Hurt to see offends Broha in jail. Man, listen, man, this ain't jail, man. It's prison. It's a difference. TD out by the playoffs. Yeah, man, I'm going to be out by the playoffs, man. I'm hoping Trump give me a pardon before he leave. Do something. Oh, man. Y'all hit him up, man. Go to the White House. Tell him TD need a pardon, man. Oh, man. He should be letting everybody out before he out of there, man. TD locked up at Gitmo for reckless vocal terrorism on tour. Yeah, man, they got me, man. They got me. Oh, man, y'all are crazy. We'll bust you out, TD. Don't worry about a thing, man. Just tunnel me out, man. Tunnel me out. Brandon Jones, you were asking what do I think about Brandon Jones? I love his game. I like Brandon Jones. See, and what sucks is certain players that I can't even talk about specifically because a lot of people don't realize the impact that they've been having on games. Like guys like Jones, guys like Zyler, guys like Van Ginkel. It's guys like that that are where they're supposed to be. Like think about it. When Vanoy makes a sack, when Ogball or Shaq makes a sack, the guys that won't get credit are the guys who were where they were supposed to be that took away a read or something from the quarterback. You know what I mean? Gosh, man, do y'all realize the roster we built? It's better than some of y'all think. TD, here's for some bail. Appreciate you, Lights and Gamble, man. But yeah, man, some of these guys are better than many people think. Like, this roster's better than people think. There's depth. There's depth on this roster. You think Nick Needham gonna get all the praise in the world? No, but he's playing like he could be. I mean, he is a starter actually, but he's playing like he could start on any team at the position. You think Landon Roberts gonna get credit? No, but he's one of the best run-stopping linebackers we got. Y'all see what I'm saying, man? We got depth on this team, but it's names that weren't in the first round, don't make big money, so nobody really cares. They're like, oh, this guy just made a play. Yay! It's crazy to me. It's crazy, man. Brandon Jones is going to be special for our future. This is what you develop him for, to be the future. Here's the ultimate goal, y'all. Keep Eric Rowe back there as long as possible, right? As you know, Brandon Jones is capable to take the position, or Bobby McCain, right? But keep those guys back there. And then when Brandon Jones comes up for a contract, you offer him the 4-year, $15 million. Give him a pay raise because he didn't play many snaps. He's a good player, but he didn't play many snaps. So he never proved that he can get the big money. But now you finally move on from an Eric Rowe or a Bobby McCain, or you let those guys start being the rover, and you got your starting safety in Brandon Jones on a good deal. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Same thing with like a guy like Noah Igbenogany. As he improves, he might end up being really, really good, but as long as his snap count come down, you'll get his next deal on a really good price while Byron Jones and X is playing theirs out, and then you make that move on the next deal and you save money because you're preparing to pay your quarterback and certain guys more money. You got to play this game. You got to play this game. Somebody said, how many times is Byron allowed a TD? I don't know. If I was to guess, I'm going to say two times maybe. If I'm to guess. That's a guess. I'm not sure. But y'all also have to understand, like, think about the touchdown that quote-unquote Byron Jones gave up, that little small screen pass and the guy ran around the sideline that Byron Jones took a bad angle, right? That was bad coaching too. Why do I say that? It's 3rd and 2 and you got guys 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. That was an automatic first down before they even snapped the ball. Those guys should have been at a max 5 yards off the line of scrimmage and came downhill as the ball was traveling. They were out of position, and this is what we were doing in the first 3 weeks when Byron Jones wasn't even there. We were allowing guys out of position. We put guys out of position. It was supposed to be bend, don't break, but they broke. That's the problem. Are you trying to stop the first down, or are you just saying, let them get the first, but let's just let them keep marching down the field? That's not bend, but don't break. That is 3rd and 2, and you're playing 8 yards off. That's not bend but don't break. Play 5 yards off, and then you still got a shot to make a play behind the line of scrimmage. You don't go 8 yards off. That was ridiculous. Ridiculous. We had a donation. Let me see. It's me said, TD, Eric Rowe is the best hybrid safety who can handle any tight end in the league. He held Kittle to 37 yards. He will handle Kels. It's the run stopping we need to focus on. We match well against KC. Let me tell you something. It's me. I was going to talk about that later. Boy, I tell you, Eric Rowe can earn everything in the world this week. He can earn everything in the world this week. You put them clanks on Kels, man, that's game. Y'all don't understand. That's their little safety blanket. Mahomes just be floating it to him. Man, Eric Rowe put them clanks on Kels. That's game. It ain't gonna be easy, but that's game if he do. That's the matchup of the game. I'm not worried about Tyreek Hill. We gonna run Bobby over top all day and let one of those guys, hopefully Byron Jones, be aggressive on Tyreek all day. That's what we're gonna get all day. You're probably gonna have Byron Jones with Bobby McCain help side. I believe that's what you'll have all day. And then you'll have Eric Rowe on Kels. And whoever from that point, Xavien Howard is going to probably, hopefully, shut down or get some interceptions off of. Make Mahomes take some shit. Because if we could just give him a tough look, if you could bottle Tyreek up with Bobby over the top and Byron following him across the field, that's going to be taking away a guy. You can get Rowe man-to-man, one-on-one, handling Kels. That'll be nice. And then Xavien Howard, whoever's next up, Watkins or whoever, and cause Mahomes to have to look around a little more. Oh, we going to get up and at him. Ogbar, Shaq, Van Noy, Van Ginkel, them guys going to get up and at him. This is a good game, man. But let me tell y'all now, I'm going to be screaming at. I mean, you know what? Y'all allow me to be negative for 40 seconds real quick. This is what makes me mad. Something tells me I'm going to be mad in this game, and I already know why. I'm going to be yelling at the stream saying, why are we in cushion coverage the whole day? I'm going to be yelling at the screen, why are we in this zone the whole day? Something tells me right now I'm going to be yelling that. Something tells me right now. Why are we playing this janky zone? That is Mahomes' birthday gift. Zone kills. Run 8 yards and turn around. Gotcha. Hey, Tyreek, 8 yards, turn around. Gotcha. All day. And then we going to do a zone and cushion. Guys going to hut, turn around, catch it. 6 yards. All day. I don't want to hear this crap about, well, you run the hybrid zone to contain the quarterback. We ain't contain a quarterback yet. Matter of fact, it's even worse. Those quarterbacks get off even worse when we run that mess. You got to play man-to-man. If you get beat, you live with it. X just got beat. It is what it is. That's the chances we take it. Byron just got beat. It's part of the game. That's the chance we take it. That's the chance we taking. But something makes me feel like I'm going to be yelling at the screen. Why are we not sending pressure and why are we not bump and run? Why are we cushion and why are we running this janky zone? That's it. I'm going to stop right there. I'm out of my negativity. I'm out of it, y'all. But yeah, man, we could beat the Chiefs. We could beat the Chiefs. Thank y'all for allowing me to enter that negative realm for a minute. I said 40 seconds. It was a little longer. And we got to be able to stop the run. That's the biggest part of this game is stopping the run. Stop the run. Stop the run versus the Chiefs. That's going to be the most important part. Get off the chest, TD. Facts. We can. It would be amazing. Huge statement win for us. It definitely can beat the Chiefs. Yeah, and it's just that we haven't had an impressive win yet against a great team. We ain't had an impressive win yet against a great team. Watch this. You know the most impressive game that we had so far? I want y'all to put it in the comment section. What is the most impressive game that we had so far? And I bet you everybody's going to name one that's different from what I think. Everybody's going to name one that's different from the one that I think. The most impressive game that we've had so far. We actually lost the game, y'all. It wasn't Arizona. It wasn't the Rams. It wasn't the Cardinals. Nope. It was not the Bills. Nobody's saying it. Hawks, the Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks was the most impressive game that, in my opinion, we've had so far, and we lost. Fitzpatrick threw that beeline interception. We played good against Russell Wilson on the defensive end of the ball. We played good enough offense, but we just couldn't get it done because Fitz turned the ball over. I believe 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the most impressive win against a really good team. That's what I mean with that. Like the best team we've played, and we actually played well outside of Fitz's interceptions. We played well. We were without Byron Jones. They were picking on Noah. But we held our own in that game. We had a chance. But I don't say the 49ers. They were depleted. We blew them out. They didn't know what to do. That was a defensive game. That was a defensive domination. See, most of our best games were defensive dominations. But I'm talking about we played well on both sides of the ball. Arizona, I mean, they picked us apart on defense. We only took the ball away, if I'm not mistaken, 1 time. We didn't really have turnovers. We were just trading possessions like a shootout. So the defense didn't have his greatest game in that game. I'm talking about a great team, and both sides of the ball played well. And we played well on offense, but Fitz turned the ball over like 3 times. That was the most impressive one to me. And, the Rams was impressive, but I think, again, that was a defensive juggernaut of a game. That was a defensively, we got at it that game. Our offense wasn't just crazy amazing, Yeah, Noah and Fitz killed us in that game, but it's Noah, young guy. He got to be better. But, overall, the team played well. I'm just looking at it as opponent is formidable. Seattle is a formidable opponent, and both sides of the ball played well with the exception of the quarterback's interceptions. Fumble return touchdown. What you smoking, TD? Was that the only turnover we got? Yeah, that was the only one. That was early in the game. They got Kyler Murray the fumble in the touchdown. Outside of that, it was a shootout. We didn't get anything else on him, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I'm correct in saying that. We didn't get anything else. That first turnover was it for the day. And that was but that was defense playing well. Early, outside of that, Kyler Murray ate us up. He ran for over 100 yards. They had about 500 yards offense. They scored. I think the scores was up almost in the 30s. So, I don't know, man. We locked up Hopkins. We did lock up Hopkins, but Kirk went off. Kirk had over 100 and some yards. Remember? We locked up Watkins, but Kirk went off. It didn't matter. We're not going after names here. We're going after team defense. Byron should have had a pick, but the defense nabbed it. That is true. But I still don't think that was a complete pass. He literally took the ball out of his hand out of bounds. So I know what you're talking about. It was a weird play. Byron got a touchdown thrown over him, but it was great defense. He had the ball, and the guy took it out of bounds. I still remember that. I don't understand that call. Byron had the ball inbounds as the other guy had it out of bounds, and then he took it from Byron's, and they say touchdown after they even reviewed it. So I don't know. I mean, it was a big boy play. You snatched the ball away, but you never had possession until you were out of bounds. They gave him all of the love on that play. So, but again, I think Seattle was the most impressive game from a offense and defensive standpoint. Arizona, we got ate up. Is Parker suspended? No, and we hope that he doesn't. The social media trying to get him suspended. Go watch that video that they keep on playing, sharing on social media. He slapped the trainer and two players, and I'm more worried about the trainer situation. I know they said no suspensions expected, but again, that's a report that's expected. I just hope that it don't turn around and be like, oh my gosh, they just gave Parker a game. I hope not. I really do hope not. Somebody said trainer deserved it. Why? The trainer was being a good Samaritan separating the guys. Somebody said the NFL already said no suspensions. I didn't hear that. I heard Adam Schefter say no suspensions expected, expect fines. Y'all got to understand, Adam Schefter reports news from the NFL, but he also reports what he believes, his opinion of what's going to happen. Trainer flopped. Poor trainer. Trainer's punk staying on the bench, and Flowers' injury status. Flowers is okay, but he could miss 1 or 2 weeks. He could be out until the end of the month and back, but he could be back early as this week. But knowing the Dolphins, they might sit him for a week. I tell you what, that boy Solomon Kinley, when he went to left guard, that boy was beasting. That boy switched over from right guard, and then he went to left guard in place of Flowers. Beasting. Straight beasting on the left side. Like I was watching some of the film late last night. Whoo, that boy was eating. Hey, listen, we had 3 rookies on that O-line. Understand something, y'all. Hunt, Kinley, and Jackson, they are our future. We got to stop when they struggle in the game. Okay. Just like Tua, right? They'll get better, right? That's what everybody say. But they're our future. Those guys are supposed to be the future. We're starting 3 rookies, and they played a good game. Now they're about to go up against a good team. So will they maintain that? They might have a rough go at it against the Chiefs. But remember, people be like, oh, we getting sacked versus the Chiefs. We need an O-line. That is your O-line. They just have to grow and develop. And people make it seem like they're going to replace those guys next year, any one of those guys. All 3 of those guys very well are going to be your future starters, period, long term. They ain't going to do nothing but get better. They ain't going to do nothing but get better. So that is, your O-line is already 60% done for the future. You already got 60%. Now you got to find a replacement center as Karras phases out, and then you got to find you another guard. Another guard. We need a left guard and a center. That's what we're going to be focusing on. And we're going to keep the guys that we got as rotational pieces as these young guys get phased in. I'm telling you now, next year, early in the draft, probably with the Houston's pick can end up being anywhere between 5 and about 13, if I'm not mistaken. If that pick is in like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I'm telling y'all now, they not getting no wide receiver. They not getting no running back. With Houston's pick, you will see the Miami Dolphins take the best center or the best guard in the draft. And you should be very happy about it. Right now, we have the 9th pick. Appreciate you, Dwayne. Right now, we have the 9th pick. That pick, I can tell you now, is probably reserved for a center or a guard. The best one coming out of college. And you should be excited about it. You should be excited about it. And then when we get to our pick at number 32, maybe you're running back. Maybe you're receiver. Maybe another linebacker. I truly do believe it. That first pick is going to be a center or a guard. You got these guys on 2-year deals. You're not finna bring no center or no guard in and don't have nobody for them, a veteran presence that play the position to help mentor them and bring them through it. Even Laramie Tunsil, y'all remember Brandon Albert was here? Laramie played left guard until Albert was phased out and he went over there. You want to have him on Karras. You want to bring your center in on Karras' second year. You want to bring somebody 9 and 32 laughing. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I ain't smoking nothing. I'm smoking truth. Don't laugh. 32nd pick. 32nd pick, baby. I'm glad y'all picked up on that, though. That's real. That's real. Why not? Why not us? Why we can't get the 32nd pick? Why not? Why not? TD, you got to have a cup ready for the Chiefs game. Oh, man. But, yeah, I really do believe that 9th, wherever that pick is, we're going to try to get the best guard or best center in the game. And it is going to be the best one, y'all. I mean, you know in the top 10, you're going to have about 2 quarterbacks go next year, maybe even 3. I'm probably going to say 2. How many quarterbacks in college now you think are going to top 10 next year? I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2. 2 next year. 3? 4? Top 10 picks? Trevor, maybe. He may go top. The more, the better. I'll put it like that. Let's just say 3. Then you're probably going to have 2 defensive ends go. A few impact players. I'm telling you, your best guard or center probably ain't even going to come out until after the 6th or 7th pick. And Miami even have what it takes if they want to move from like 9 to 7 if they want and not even give up much. You can move from 9 to 7 by giving up number 9 and a 4th maybe. 2 spots. The team that want to move to 9 may know that their guy's going to already be there. Already be there, man. Somebody said a run stopper. No, see, y'all missing it. Raekwon Davis, Christian Wilkins, and don't forget they're still getting Benito Jones ready. Those guys are your future. Remember, they're going to get better. Christian Wilkins is getting better, and people ain't noticing it. He's getting better. As those guys get better and better, see, people are missing the gradual growth that some of these players are having. You're taking them at face value from last year, earlier this year, but you're not recognizing the growth. We got our run stoppers. They're in the process from going from 6s to 8.5s. And right now they're in that mid-7 range, 7.5, and they're still growing. Zyler, yes. All of these guys, y'all thinking we need one to plug now and be the guy. No, we already got them. They're still getting there. And they're going to be seasoned next season. They're going to be there. Trust me, Raekwon is being groomed to take over. Godchild is going to hit free agency. Unless they can get him on the greatest deal ever because of his injury. Coming straight off an injury, his stock dropped. They might even be able to bring him back and he might end up being a backup because Raekwon's getting more snaps next year. Man, trust me, this team is finishing that O-line. These guys on these 2-year deals on the O-line, those are just like Fitz. Bridges. Just like Fitz, they're bridges. They're bridges. TD of Chase is falls to us. I don't know, man. Trade our second for Saquon Barkley. I don't believe it, y'all. I don't know. I don't know if this team is really... I don't know. We'll see. I didn't believe that we really want a big name back on a multi-year deal. But when they went after Le'Veon, that was like, But at the same token, Le'Veon was going to be on a short-term situation. I think they were trying to get Le'Veon to help us out this year for what they're trying to do special. I don't think we're trying to get an existing running back that's going to cost a lot of money. So we'll see. Do you think we are getting a new OC? Eventually, not now. I think Gailey might even give us another year next year. I think Gailey is a bridge too. I believe Gailey might be a bridge too. It's just a matter of how long. How long? OBJ to Miami. Devante, wide receiver 1 and 2. Listen, we're gonna get another wide receiver. And I think that we'd get a guy in the second round. I think we'll grab a wide receiver in the second round. A good one, a really good one. There's good wide receivers in the second round, y'all. They're going to draft another DB next year. Flores is probably going to draft a DB in the first 3 rounds every single year. Every year. Because you have to find Byron and Xavien Howard's replacement. Even if you're not going to replace them, you have to find it. You have to always be concerned about X's injuries and the amount of money that you continuously spend at the position. You have to be able to move on at some point if you have to. You have to. Even if they never get replaced. It's just like Belichick. How many times did they draft the quarterback while Tom Brady was there? And what did they do? They traded him away eventually. It's just security. You have to. And go get value for him if you don't need him. Y'all must be confused. Noah plays just how X played his rookie year. I'm not going to debate that. That's fair. I'm not tripping on that. I'm saying that they're always going to want to have, like Flores say, you can never have enough good corners. They'll want more. Noah's going to step in and be the guy at some point, but they'll want more eventually. They'll want more. And you never know, man. Noah might end up playing safety. Noah might end up playing safety. You never know, man. But think about it. What was Flores doing last year with all these guys? Making all of them play 2, 3, and 4 positions. Y'all remember that? Last year was the year he was making all these guys play 3 and 4 positions. Mika hated it. But the reason why you do that is just in case a guy goes down, one can move to the position. But the biggest value in making all of them play different positions is so that you understand where guys are supposed to be on the field on every situation and every play. So you know how you can be a greater player and be creative. I'm used to seeing this formation, and this might be that slant. I don't have safety help, though, so I still can't jump it. Oh, but I got safety help. I'm going to jump it. I'm going to take that chance on this one because I at least have help. You can make plays. That's why you do stuff like that. That's why you do stuff like that. But right now, think about it. Nick Needham was on the boundary. Now he's in the slot. Noah was on the boundary. He played slot this year as well. I mean, guys are getting a lot of play at different positions too. So this is good for their future. We're running a system here that does, you don't see everything right away, but they're managing everything delicately. You're going to suffer here, but you're going to improve there. Now that you've improved there, you can leave that alone and go back to what you suffered at. But, right now, a lot of people, they don't like the areas that we suffer or this and that. But it's a process, man. And we're doing it perfectly. I love it. I love what we're doing, man. Agba and Van Noy will have a good game against the Chiefs. I hope so. But that's another thing that we need to consider in the draft and free agency. We got to bring in another defensive end. No, hands down, we got to bring in a really good defensive end in the draft and in free agency potentially. Remember, a lot of these guys got 2-year deals. A lot of these guys are on 2-year deals. And some of them are playing so well that they're going to earn a lot more money. But we can't pay everybody, y'all. Van Noy might go to, Agba might go to the Pro Bowl and play another year and go again and be a free agent, which we got to bring Agba back. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have to bring Agba back. We got to go find his replacement this year so he could play with him. And his replacement might already be on the roster. The replacement may just not get as much playing time. You see how that works? This is how you have to do it. Another benefit for the Miami Dolphins that we're not talking about, we also need to make sure that we get our books in order to have a little bit of cap money for next season. Why? Because this might be the best free agency that we have, even though we don't have buku money. We might be able to bring 2 or 3 very valuable pieces in, but we got to make the playoffs. We've changed the thought process in Miami. It is official now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the biggest part that nobody talks about. This team is tanking. It is a disgrace to the NFL. Wow, they won 5 games and they came on late. They were improving and they got better. Man, they were growing, but I still ain't messing with no Miami, though. This team brings in notable free agents, nothing crazy, but notable and this and that. They're 8-4 right now. 8-4. They're respected a little bit more now. And now you're going to have players that say, man, they're 1 or 2 pieces away maybe. We need to go to the playoffs. In every game we win in the playoffs, it's even bigger. It's even bigger for free agency. Man, this team ain't even on paper got the best roster out there. But this is crazy. They got a good defense. Man, I'm an offensive player. I want to be there. They got a good defense to have our back. I want to be there. They struggled at the running back position. I want to go be that guy. They need another top flight receiver, and the ones they got get hurt sometimes. I want to go be that guy. And they'll pay me too. This is the you might look up and we might be signing a free agent center that's a big name. Or left guard. We are finally going to enter the realm of free agents taking us serious. If we were at this stage right now and Clowney was in the situation he was last time, Clowney would be here. How many weeks has it been since Le'Veon Bell, we tried to get Le'Veon? 4 or 5 weeks now? How many weeks has it been, y'all? Y'all, I forgot. How many weeks has it been since we tried to get Le'Veon? How many weeks has it been? We might have even been at 500 at the time or something. I don't even remember. We might have been somewhere around 500. But guess what? 7 weeks ago? Man, even longer than I thought. But if that trade, if we were trying to sign him today and he had to pick between us and the Chiefs, we might actually land him. They're struggling at the running back position. And you know what? I might be that punch. You know, the Chiefs got a good chance to win the Super Bowl, but man, they're 8-4. And really they just need a good running back to be the guy. This is going to elevate my career more than Kansas City. He just didn't come to Miami because he thought we were another team that's like, they ain't going to no playoffs. They ain't going to no playoffs. He wants to play in the postseason so his free agency will be more valuable. When Le'Veon Bell plays in the playoffs, anybody who plays in the playoffs, your stock goes up because everybody watches you when all the other scrubs are sitting home. He would really, we might have landed him if the situation was right now. That's why we're going to be serious contenders in free agency. So that's why we didn't worry about Jordan Howard. Give me my $5 million. Bye. Get your guaranteed money, and we're going to take our $5 million on the cap next year. We need that. We need that. So it's some of these guys, man, some of these guys that you think may return next year may not even return. They might go after the money and go get more solidified pieces and then pick up more talent in the draft. So we'll see, man. TD, what running back do you want? I'm not big on running backs, bro. I'm really not that big on running backs. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You could tell me whatever running back you want. It could be an explosive running back. But what Myles Gaskins does in the backfield when he breaks tackles, it's hard to find that. I don't care how good of a running back that you get. Derrick Henry ain't breaking tackles in the backfield. Derrick Henry, once he got a full head of steam, he breaking tackles. He ain't breaking tackles in the backfield. Matter of fact, he's more scared about getting hit in the backfield because he don't want to get hurt. When somebody breaking that backfield with Derrick Henry, he gives himself up almost. Watch the games. But what Gaskins is doing in the backfield, breaking tackles, you need that to make up for when your offensive line ain't playing well in the run game. Do y'all realize if Balaj was here right now, Balaj would still be averaging the 1 yard per carry because he ain't breaking nothing in the backfield, and it ain't many running backs at all. Saquon Barkley ain't breaking stuff in the backfield like that. These guys need open field or a head of steam to do their thing. What Gaskins is doing is special. And we overlook that because, he's not the guy. We need a guy who's going to blah, blah, blah. Even that blah, blah, blah guy ain't doing nothing when these defenders get in that backfield and tackle him right away. So we all get caught up. We need a great running back. Pick whatever one you want in the league. Most of the great ones won't thrive in Miami until our O-line gets better in the run game. Y'all, people have the wrong thought process. You think just the big-time running back is going to change the running game. That's not how it works. Matter of fact, some of the big-time running backs would be worse than Gaskins on this offense. So I don't know, man. Now, when our O-line gets better, I'll be more invested in a running back that can do some damage once they got those holes created. But right now, we need a shifty guy who's strong, who can break tackles and, get through some mess. And that's Gaskins all day. I think I had a donation. Let me see. Yeah. Florida boy in Kentucky grown, the homie said, I said it in the beginning of NBA season, Heat making the finals. You did. The Dolphins just like the Heat. No big names. Great team ball. We going to the Super Bowl. Listen, I don't want to end up like the Heat, though. I don't want to draft number 31. I want to draft number 32. I want to draft 32, man. So I'm with it, but we got to win it. I want to win it. Just imagine that. Imagine winning the Super Bowl, y'all, this year. Imagine winning the Super Bowl this year when nobody believes you can. Most of y'all don't even believe it's possible. I do. Any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. I definitely believe it's possible. But imagine the Miami Dolphins this year winning the Super Bowl. Imagine it. Why not us? We would have to play our best football, though. I think we got it in us to beat anybody if we play our best football, if we execute, if we call great plays, run a great scheme, have a good game plan. See, I know we talk about players all the time, but I'm sorry, I'm a little different. What matters in the playoffs is coaching. Who comes up with the best game plan to score and who comes up with the best game plan to stop the other team from scoring. It's all coaching in the playoffs. Everybody knows what the other team players can do, what they can't do. It's all about, okay, since we know, what are we going to do to expose and take advantage of? And that's coaching. Coaching is, the playoffs are all about coaching. What's the game plan? Defensive coaching primarily. It's hard in the playoffs. It's hard in the playoffs. It's not easy. These teams are gunning for your weakness. Week by week, they don't care. Playoffs, they are all in what you don't do well, and they're attacking it, and not just attacking it, they're attacking it hard. They're attacking it hard. So, I don't know, man. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday. We will know this coming Sunday. It's going to be a good one. How many interceptions is Mahomes throwing against us? I don't know. I have no clue. I really have no clue how many. I hope 1 or 2. But this is a test for Xavien Howard, too. Like, is X going to D his guy up and eat all day or get some picks? Or is he going to get burnt on all the little small crossing and comeback routes? See, we could talk about the Jets, the Broncos, the Bengals, the Chargers. We could talk about those games all we want and how well X is doing. Here's the test. Patrick Mahomes, Xavien Howard, you get one, man, you better be the defensive player of the year. You better be the defensive player of the year. This is the real test. This is the real test for our secondary in general. Nick Needham, Byron Jones, our pass rush, this is the test. These guys back here covering, are you getting there? Because the Chiefs they stingy. They don't like you getting there. How are we going to utilize our linebackers? Because Mahomes, to buy more time, he hikes the ball and run one way or the other just to buy time. They don't allow sacks. In the huddle, they say right or left. When he hikes the ball, he's running right so that the normal pass rush doesn't matter anyway. I'm buying time, just running to the sideline looking for somebody. They do that a lot. The first sign of pressure, even if it doesn't get through, that's just by 3 more seconds. Running one way. You're chasing me, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to catch me by the time I either throw it or throw it away. So we'll see. Byron is way faster than X. I ain't going to say way faster, but he is faster. So that's why he's always glued to his guy. That's why he's always glued to his guy. Those guys will be tested. They're not going to be perfect, but they need to make some plays. You just can't have them on the field getting ran through all day, completion after complete. Now, once again, if we're in this zone or we in this cushion coverage, they going to get ate up all day. X, Byron, Needham, they're going to get ate up all day. If we're playing cushion coverage, we are going to get ate up all day. All day. Somebody said Byron ran a 4.3, Howard ran a 4.58. Yeah. KC versus Miami is on B-Day. Nice. I need Ravens to not make the playoffs. I hope the Cowboys can get a miraculous win tomorrow. I'm paying the refs so we can make it AFC in the championship. Game speed is different than 40 dash. No, I agree. But Byron Jones is with his guy out there. You notice X always catching up to make a pick? And let's put things into context. Go look at Xavien Howard's picks. More than half of them are underthrown. If they were perfect throws, they would not be interceptions. That's why I love the scheme of bump and run with the X, though, because the receiver has to be perfect and the quarterback. And the quarterbacks in this league aren't as perfect as people think. These guys are throwing like the last interception. X turned around and it was right there at him. But the guy beat him. If the quarterback threw that 2 feet further, that'd be a touchdown. 2 feet further, he had zero chance to pick it off. How many perfect throws get intercepted? Not many at all. None. None really, unless the receiver may screw it up. That's why the quarterback has to be perfect. But if they are perfect, you can eat them up. That's why it's a test when you're playing a really good quarterback. When you're playing a really good quarterback, that's why it's important. TD, the fact that Tua hasn't thrown a pick is being overlooked. That's a little skewed. You know, a lot of people are throwing that out there, but I disagree with that. It's not being overlooked. It's like this. If I was playing QB, oh, that's a tight coverage throw. If I throw it perfect, I can get it in there, but I don't know, so I ain't going to throw it. You see what I mean? We've already proven on film, there's a lot of throws he should have made, but since it was a little tight, remember he said, there's times where I think a guy's covered, but he's really not, and I hold on to the ball. Some people call that smart decision, but that ain't going to win no Super Bowl. You got to know when to let it ride and make that big-time play in tight coverage. He made a few of those plays in the third quarter, and I loved it. He threw some really tight balls that had to be put where it needed to be put, and that's what he has to be. But remember, there are times where we punt the ball where a play could be made, but since it's tight, you don't even take the risk at all. Yeah, you didn't turn it over, but what's the difference with punting? Third down and you don't throw the ball because if it ain't perfect, it might get picked. What's the difference from punting? So again, we got to see a much larger sample size because Tua ain't going to be able to live out his career averaging 150 yards. He's not going to be able to live out his career averaging 150 yards. You got to let it slang across the field sometimes and make plays. I'm going to try to stream the game tonight, guys. So them zero intercept, and that's not sit here and act like we ain't watching the games. He probably should have 3 or 4 picks right now. Like some going straight through defenders' hands. But hey, he ain't got them, so you take it. I'm with it. If it ain't show up on the stat sheet, that's a plus for him. That's definitely a plus for him. I love it. He does take care of the ball. He's building from taking care of the ball and not taking chances to getting into taking chances. Some guys come straight into the league, they letting it ride, and they taking chances, and it's going to come with some picks. Oh, man. I just kicked the thing by mistake. But look at Herbert. Herbert got 9 picks, but he throwing that ball all over the field. He got a larger sample size. Trust me when I tell you, If Tua was throwing the ball 40 times in a game, if Tua was throwing it 40 times a game, he'd have 10 picks right now. I mean, this man probably averaging 16 to 21 passes a game. If he had 30 passes a game, he'd have at least 6 picks right now. He ain't throwing the ball as much. His sample size is much lower. TD, who's playing tonight? There's 4 games, Pittsburgh and Washington and Bills San Francisco. I'm going to get on that Bills San Francisco. Pittsburgh game will be coming on soon. I hope the Washington Redskins somehow shock them. I hope they shock him. He threw for me 39 yesterday. Let me see. He threw for me 39 yesterday. First game, still averaging about 20. Still probably averaging somewhere around 20. But that was a good showing, though, to have 0 picks and to have thrown the ball so many times. Definitely a good showing. Definitely a good showing. Very impressive. And he took more chances yesterday. That's what I liked. But again, I'm the type of person, I evaluate the game all the way through. I don't just look at a quarterback stat line and be like, oh, he threw it this many times and 0 picks. I also say, okay, what was the defense running against him? Okay, they stopped putting pressure on him. They stopped sending extra guys. They were playing cushion coverage. In that first half, they were actually doing a lot more pressure and tight coverage. Second half, they just went to cushion. So it was a beautiful thing to see him run down the field on them in the third quarter, but their whole defense changed. Go look at it. Their whole defense changed. I don't know if it has something to do with the hurry-up offense, but the whole defense, they weren't bump and run anymore. They didn't play tight coverage anymore. They were letting these guys catch any and everything underneath. Y'all go notice that, because a lot of those balls that he threw were quick little hitches underneath to his guys. And it was a good job by him, very good job. They didn't take nothing away from him. But I evaluate all that when I talk about it. I evaluate all of that. It ain't just what he does, but what kind of defense was thrown at him. He ain't speaking facts, he's speaking opinions. LOL, y'all brainwash, LOL. I appreciate your opinion, Mike. Your opinion that I'm not speaking facts. All you got to do is go watch the film. There's no opinion in any of that. If you're talking about me, all I did is said that about the Cincinnati's coverage. Go watch the coverage. Go watch the coverage that they put on Tua. You'll see they playing 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, guys running quick slants, and he throwing them the ball and they crossing routes, and they catching it underneath and getting yak yards after the catch. And that's all good. I'm with it. If you're going to give us that, and then go look at the first half, what they were doing. Go look at the first half, what had us punting right away. They were playing tighter coverage, putting pressure on them, and we couldn't move the ball. It's the same thing that Denver did to the Chiefs in the first half yesterday. And then all of a sudden, they just start giving them cushion. And then Mahomes start eating them up. It's crazy, man. And so what? Let me see. All right, what's the situation on Parker again? No, we just hoping he doesn't get suspended. People trying to share that video of him hitting the coach of the other team. Jakeem dropped the TD. You know what? I'm not even finna talk about the Jakeem dropped the TD. You mean to tell me Tua throws 5 passes down the field to Jakeem and all of them overthrown, and the first one that almost connected, he dropped, and all of a sudden, oh, Jakeem's the guy. That's the problem. Like, people put more amplification on one drop by Jakeem, but all the ones that were overthrown, it's all right, it's just timing. Stop, man. And then on top of it, I might actually show that play. People, you know what? People only get used to the result. Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. Remember when Christian Wilkins got that fumble touchdown that they called back? Y'all remember that? Who was everybody giving credit to? Oh, Christian Wilkins. Oh, Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins ain't do nothing on that play but pick the ball up and run 10 yards to get the touchdown. Ogbah was the superstar in the play. He's the one that hit the guy that made him drop it, to make him fumble. But we don't see that. All we see is the result. Oh, Christian Wilkins balling. He picked up the fumble and ran it in. The real hero of the play was Ogbah. Same thing with Nick Needham. Oh, Nick Needham with the pick. Nick Needham wasn't the guy on the play. Calvin Noy hit the defender up. Hit the ball up. That was a Calvin Noy highlight. Not Nick Needham. Nick Needham was sitting there like, free ball, bam. And Nick Needham. Same thing with Jakeem Grant running down on that throw. Oh, all you saw was the ball touch his fingers and that was the end. Y'all really make me want to pull up the film, and I made sure I wasn't tripping when I looked at it last night. Jakeem Grant's running on a straight line. The ball is thrown on the back side of him, and he's running full speed trying to move over to track the ball, and he got over enough to where it touched his fingers, and Jakeem Grant dropped the ball. The ball was not placed accurately. The ball was not placed accurately. All y'all see is at the end of the play, when the camera go from Tua throwing it straight to Jakeem touching it, you don't see that Jakeem was running, had to backpedal to try to come over and track the ball, and it touches fingers and everybody, Jakeem dropped a wide open pass for the touchdown. That was a tough play to make. And it just missed he touched the tip of his fingers. He's the one that made the adjustment to even have the chance to catch it. Jakeem Grant made a heck of a play, even giving himself a chance to catch it. Just couldn't connect. I'm not putting that on Tua nor Grant. Just a misconnection. Just a misconnection. Lay out for the ball. Y'all want this man to lay out going full speed, moving his body kind of to the side. I want y'all to go outside right now. Try to run full speed and try to move over to the right as you're running full speed with your head turned like this, trying to track the ball. Yeah, y'all make things look easier than they are. That was not easy for Grant. He was trying to get over to where the ball was going to end up, and he actually made it there but was just that short for it to be a good play. Y'all act like he had the ball in his palm. Bam, and he dropped it. That ball went off his fingertips. The man was right. He missed it. Do y'all realize if it would have been better if Tua overthrew it by 8 feet? There is a such thing as Grant going all out trying to make the play, and he went all out so well that he gave himself a chance but couldn't get there. So I'm not saying it was a bad throw, nor was it a bad drop. It was a miscommunicate. It was a misconnection. They couldn't connect on the play. But it kills me how people tried to crucify Grant for it. Tried to crucify Grant for it. Come on, man. It definitely would have been a sweet catch. It definitely would have been a sweet catch. He did drop it. Easy NFL catch. That wasn't an easy NFL catch. All y'all see is the end of the play, his fingers touching it. You did not see what Grant had to do from coming here to get all the way over here to get to it. You know what? How about this? If Tua would have threw it 6 inches shorter, then he would have caught it. But y'all don't want to say that. You just want to say he dropped the pass. Go look at the replay. He extends his arm all the way out, and it went off the tip of his fingers. It ain't like it hit his hands, in his hands, and he dropped it. It was short. He reached out forward and just couldn't corral it in. All y'all want to see is whatever ain't Tua. Whatever ain't Tua, that's all y'all want to see. Come on, man. It ain't on neither of those guys. But it's interesting how Grant gets crucified from one pass when the man was wide open for the last few weeks on several passes and it was overthrown by 8 feet. But, well, you know the chemistry. They still got to get used to each other. Why y'all can't do that with Grant? Why y'all couldn't do it with Grant? Y'all talking about Grant should have caught that one, TD. Well, Tua should have threw better passes to him the previous weeks when he was wide open, right? When Tua was wide, when Grant was wide open the previous weeks, why could Tua should have made the throw? But nobody said that, did they? They're just like, well, they just working on their timing. They don't have that together. They don't have their timing together. That's all I'm pointing out. You see what I'm talking about? That's all I'm trying to say is keep the same energy. Be fair to everybody. Be fair to everybody, man. And Grant had a heck of a game. With those jet sweeps, Grant made some big plays. Grant had a really good game this game. TD is already right. Y'all, you can't tell him nothing. Appreciate you, 410. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that, bro. Somebody understand. There'll be a lot of players open, but the QB isn't looking. He's looking at his one read. Sometimes he's trying to look at multiple reads, but yeah, you're right. Somebody say you bringing up old stuff. Yeah, but it's old now. Let it be a week from now and he ain't connecting it. Well, last week he put one right on his hand, but you ain't gonna want to hear me saying you're bringing up old stuff. Keep it real, bro. Yeah, I am. That's all I can do, man. It's getting better. Yeah, it is getting better. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. I'll say that. Hey, TD, you missed Trill's super chat. I don't see a super chat. Wait, let me see. Maybe. Oh, Trill said TD Changeli is the problem. RPO isn't working. But why are we blaming Changeli for that? Why are we blaming Changeli for that? That's the part of the offense that Tua knows very well. That's the part of the offense that Tua knows very well, the RPO package. So they going with what he knows. And they went out of what he knows, and I like the tempo that they did. They sped it up. That helped too. They spread it out, and they ran some plays, and we made plays down the field. I like that Tua made quick decisions in this game in that third quarter. When nothing was there, it was breaking down, get out of there. If you don't hold the ball behind the line of scrimmage, go. It was one play he was just tripped as he was running away, but I loved it. He got 5 yards, and it could have been 25 if he didn't get tripped, but he made a quick decision. He didn't sit back there and wait for something to come open. And then the other play where Gaskins caught that deep ball to the left on a broken up play, it wasn't even Gaskins' route. That was only created because he made a quick decision. That's how Tua, that's when you impact the game. Those plays were huge for me because Tua himself impacted the game. He didn't sit back there and wait on a guy to get open. He made a quick decision. Nobody's there. Let me go. He didn't sit back there and like nobody's there, but wait, maybe, and get sacked. He didn't do that this time. He actually went and made a quick decision, ran out of it, and then saw something happen. And that's what I like to see. Rosen was dropping dimes last year, and they crucified him when receivers dropping balls. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't thought about Rosen in a while now, really. But Rosen, it is what it is. I mean, I just think that he has something in him that is crazy that we just let it go. I thought at a bare minimum he could have been a really good backup for this team. So, bro, imagine this channel if Tua was a loser. This man is 4-1, and we talk like he's 1-4. X is balling, and you talk like he's a bum. I don't talk like X is a bum. X has been balling his behind out, and I say that every time. Ever since X has been playing better football, I've said that he's playing amazing. He should win Defensive Player of the Year. Like, some of y'all have selective hearing just so that you can prove me wrong. You hear me say at one time that X gets beat. And now that's all that's stuck in your head. And now he's playing great football. And I say X is playing better than he's ever played. He should be Defensive Player of the Year. And now you're saying this guy talks like X is this and that and like he's the worst. Like, what's wrong? Like, selective hearing is bad these days. Selective hearing, like, I can't look at the guy getting beat and then say it one day and then he comes out and make a all-pro the next few weeks and I praise him. I'm not allowed to do that. Like, some of y'all gotta stop. You gotta stop. The only reason you're here is to try to prove me wrong. It's crazy, man. X only intercepts underthrown passes. I didn't say that either. If you think I said that, you're wrong. I said half of his interceptions are underthrown passes. The other half, he's made great plays. I actually said that on this stream, so you should go back and rewind so that, you know, the selective hearing could be washed out. I said half of his interceptions are underthrown balls. That if they were floated over the top would never be an interception. But it's okay. It's okay. I understand, you know, it's not your fault. It's not some of y'all fault. That here only the thing that you can possibly prove me wrong on, and then everything else doesn't matter. Get that out. He just clarified it, but get it out. No, I'm waiting. I'm sitting there waiting. He gonna say something where I'm gonna catch him in a lie. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. TD, where's your X jersey? I haven't bought an Xavien Howard jersey. I haven't bought an Xavien Howard jersey. That's something I may actually do if he becomes all pro, and he's I'll probably buy it at the beginning of next season. If things finish out well this year, I might actually buy an X jersey because I gotta wait through the offseason just in case they trade him. Why Byron don't intercept underthrown balls? Because he's right there with the receiver, always fighting to either bat it down or bat it away. He's always actually with the receiver. So when you're with the receiver, you're jumbling over it, you're trying to bat it down. Or he's trying to veer a guy out of bounds. And Byron Jones doesn't have the same hands that Xavien Howard has. He doesn't have great hands. So that's another reason why he doesn't intercept the ball. He does not have great hands. Byron Jones don't have the same separation all the time. X only allowed a 47% completion number. Don't lie, bro. Okay, that's a great stat in my opinion. What's wrong with that? What am I lying about? What am I lying about? Okay, he allowed a 47% completion percentage. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Anything wrong with that? I think that is good. I really think that is a good thing. Stop lying, bro. I mean, what did I lie about? Did I say X? What are you talking about? Like, man, it's crazy to me. Like, what is the point that's being made? Maybe I read that wrong. Hold on. X only allowed a 47% completion percentage. Numbers don't lie, bro. Oh, okay. Numbers don't lie, bro. What's the point? Where is the lie? They just trolls, CD. I know, but I like entertaining trolls. I love entertaining trolls because it drives my point through. It shows selective hearing. It shows the people that really just saying stuff just to say it. He said numbers don't lie, not you. But yeah, but what are they lying about? What was the point of saying it, I guess? Like, is there a point behind it? X is a true lockdown corner. He gets his receivers out of the game. Literally. See, I kind of disagree with that, though. See, this is where we can have the debate. Truly lockdown, to me, that's Byron. Always with your guy. All you have to go is watch any game and watch Xavien Howard, any crossing route, any in route. This man is going deep and the guy cut in and it's over. Just go watch it. Go watch the film. That's kind of where I disagree. I kind of disagree with that statement that he's a true lockdown corner. No, he's a ball hawk. There is a difference. He is a ball hawk. Ball hawks are different than lockdown corners. Byron is more of a lockdown corner. Xavien Howard looking like one of the best ball hawks of all time. I mean, do y'all not know the difference in football between a lockdown corner and a ball hawk? I take X over Byron any day. Nothing's wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with wanting X over Byron every day, y'all. Because you're getting turnovers out of that, and it goes a long way. Some people have a different philosophy in football. Some people rather the lockdown guy rather the ball hawk. Some people rather the ball hawk guy than the lockdown guy. But X has gotten better in coverage in general. Without interceptions, he's improved his coverage. I've been watching the film. He's improved, but it's still things like the in routes. I'm telling y'all now, the in routes are not his friend. The deep in route, they are not his friend. They are not his friend. They are not his friend. You willing to trade X? We're all willing to trade X for the right price. If somebody said, I give you my next 10 years of first round picks, if you wouldn't trade them, then you're not doing what's best for the team. And I can say that. All of us should be able to say that. See, people try to trap me on that question, not you, but people, oh, you would trade X? All of us would for the right price. All of us would for the right price. It's just a matter of what the price is. If somebody said, I'm giving you my next 10 years of first round picks, if you're not going to do that, then come on. Come on. We will trade anyone for 10 picks, duh. But that's my point. So what is at what number do you say this is the cutoff right here that I wouldn't trade X? Because if somebody say I'll give you my next 5, you still better trade them. But you have to get down to what is the real price that says, okay, yeah, I would. Of course it ain't 10, but I'm just proving the point. All of us would trade him. It's just a matter of the call. If somebody called us right now and say, I'll give you 1 first round pick for X, I'll tell them to kick rocks. I'll tell them to kick rocks. So that's the point I'm trying to make, man. So, oh, this is the same guy that would trade X. You would too. So everybody is expendable for the right price. Exactly, man. But then they want to make me out for the hater for saying that I would trade them. But they want to leave the rest of the information out. They want to leave the rest of the information out and just try to, oh, TD's just a hater. He hating on X. X getting all these picks and he hating on X. I ain't hating on that man. He don't pay my bills. Why would I hate on him? He ain't stopping nor helping my bills. So why would I hate on him? I want to trade for Nick Chubb. I'll do 3 firsts and 2 seconds. I don't think anybody crazy enough to offer that much. That's a lot. My cutoff right now is the same thing as Tunsil. 2 firsts and 2 seconds. I'll take 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Anybody on the roster, I'll take 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Easy. X is going nowhere. You are a Tua and X hater. Hey, your opinion is appreciated on this stream. Keep doing your thing, bro. Fins, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, A1 Nation. Iggy was drafted in round 1 to replace X, in my opinion. X value will never be higher than this offseason. Bold prediction. X is traded for 2 first and a second this offseason. Oh my gosh, that is exactly the way I'm seeing it. It ain't got nothing to do with X. His value will never be this high, and you don't ride out with the guy for the next 10 years at that position. You don't do it. You don't ride out for a guy for the next 10 years. Some of y'all acting like we're going to keep this guy for the next 10 years. That ain't happening. That is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is not happening. And then if we actually did something like that in the offseason, Ain't none of y'all saying nothing. You hush mouth. No. Matter of fact, you're not hush mouth. You're saying, why would we do this? We're the stupidest franchise ever. And then whoever's in that position next year and they playing just as well, we say nothing. We just go crawl in our little hole and be like, so, I'm just saying. Like, it explains that you have no faith in the coaching staff and the general manager. Everybody is tradable for the right price. If this man is a defensive player of the year candidate and he's about to be coming up on an expired contract that the guarantees are done, man, they could trade him easily, man. You also got to worry about the fact that if he does become a defensive player of the year, he could start saying, man, I want more money. I want more money. I'm that dude in the NFL right now. I want more money. He can Jamal Adams us like that. Don't think he can't. Money talks. He making 15 now. If he defensive player of the year, X can get 20. And the new deal on top of that. He'd be like, release me or trade me. Release me or trade me. All the guaranteed money about to end anyway. All of the guaranteed money is about to be over. He could very well do that. I want out. This is about money, man. These guys, his agent is telling him, we can get you a new 5-year, $100 million deal. And we can guarantee 50 or 60. You were defensive player of the year. Y'all act like these things ain't possible, man. Everyone has a price. I mean, it's here acting like these things aren't possible. If I was X and I made defensive player of the year and my guaranteed money just expired with the Miami Dolphins, we're talking about next offseason. I don't have no more guaranteed money. Of course, they're going to keep me on the 15 a year. They're going to bring me back next year to play on 15 a year. But I could just tell them I want out right now, man. I don't want to play. I want a new contract or trade me or release me. I could tell him that right now and go get me a 5-year, $100 million. I was the defensive player of the year. Yeah, it's about the team, but what that got to do with Xavien Howard or any player? If I was him, listen, these players ain't about they're about the team once they solidify. But when it comes to the money, come on, man. If any smart person in the NFL, I can go get 5-year, $100 million and guarantee another 60 because I already got the bag, but now I can guarantee more. Because think about it. Now, if he's defensive player of the year, now he's gambling. He's gambling with his health. If he gets hurt again, he has no guaranteed money. Think about how the Dolphins set up his contract. It was genius. He won't have no more guaranteed money, and then if he gets hurt, he ain't worth nothing. He ain't worth nothing. So any agent is going to say, we want out of Miami. Tell them restructure your contract or we want out. Any smart agent is going to tell they got that. Think about it. It makes all the sense in the world. You have no more guaranteed money in Miami. You get hurt, you screwed. You will never see big money again. You're going to get 1 and 2 year prove it to me deals at this point. If you get hurt again, all your guaranteed money is gone. Tell them restructure your deal. You want to renegotiate your contract and do an extension, or we want out. His agent is going to instruct him to do that. It makes no sense. TD, why are you trying to release X? What are you talking about? Come on, bro. Comprehension, man. How did I say I'm trying to release X? I don't want to release X. I'm telling you what X's agent will tell him. Who in their right mind is going to play on a non-guaranteed contract and you're the defensive player of the year potentially? Who is going to do that? Who is going to play on an expired contract especially if you become on a not an expired, but a non-guaranteed contract, especially if you're a defensive player of the year? Who is going to do that? You getting us paranoid, fam. No, I'm talking about football. how this game works and what we need to do now. Potentially, we either restructure his deal or seriously consider getting assets for him. I'm asking y'all a legitimate question. TD, most people understand your point. Those that don't are lost or do not understand the value of picks versus diminishing return of talent. I couldn't have said it better, Dwayne. I guess I get caught up in trying to answer everybody who don't understand what I'm saying, and I need to start realizing that the masses understand. 300 people watching right now, 270 might understand, and there might just be 30 that don't. And they're the ones that keep saying stuff like, why are you trying that? What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. You trying to trade the man. You trying to cut the man. Is that what's happening right now? The masses understand what I'm saying, and it's just those few people that don't get it? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Y'all check in, man. Yes or no? Is that what's happening right now? Those haters never learn. I think so, TD. Yep. All right, man. I think that's what it is, man. So I digress, man. I guess I just be repeating it in different ways, trying to help people see what I think is common sense. But common sense ain't common at all. Common sense ain't common at all, man. I think I be fighting with these little minority groups of people, real small groups of people that they're probably trying to paint me out to be a hater to begin with. So I apologize to everybody that usually have to sit through all of that. All right. But yeah, man, so it is what it is. So, but we'll see, man. I'm just excited about this Chiefs game overall, man. I think that this is the big opportunity for us to change the entire landscape in the NFL. We can change the entire landscape in the NFL, man. And hopefully we do that versus these Chiefs. Hopefully we do that versus the Chiefs, man. That's going to be crazy. Do y'all know what that'll mean? Do y'all know what that'll mean? The Miami Dolphins just took down the Chiefs. You know what the talk is next Monday if that happens? Are the Dolphins real contenders? 9-4 under Brian Flores? And they just took down the Chiefs. Are they real contenders? That's the headline. That is the headline next week. Are the Dolphins legitimate contenders for the Super Bowl? Not the playoffs, because we beat the Chiefs. That's all they're going to talk about. The 9-4 Miami Dolphins just took down the 10-1 Chiefs, which are now 10-2. Are they real contenders? I don't know if we're going to beat the Chiefs. I believe we will. But, man, if we beat the Chiefs, man, I don't think there's any better feeling. I don't think there's any better feeling, man. Do you know how brilliant that would feel next week, man? Oh, my gosh. And don't let Buffalo lose tonight. Don't let Buffalo lose tonight. And then we beat the Chiefs. And Pittsburgh beat Buffalo again. Then we're up a game. We're up a game at that point. No. Somebody said, I'm going to cry. I wanted to say that, but I was like, Like, I wouldn't cry because there's still more work to be done, but I'll be like, my team. And then I'll be to all y'all haters who said, oh, you just a fan thinking that we going to win more than 9 games. You just a fan. Man, why not us? Why not us? If we beat the Chiefs, then on that Wednesday, you're going to go crazy. It's going to be a show you ain't going to want to miss. I may not be able to have it in the house because I think that'll be rude for my in-laws to be hearing me yelling and screaming and going berserk and crazy. I might have to come right back out here on the back porch. But a W would be huge. Somebody 12-4 would be great. Oh, Dwayne dropped that again. Listen, 12-4, bro. Nobody could tell me we ain't going to the Super Bowl. We're gonna do something special. And we can get knocked out in the first round, but for that 1 week, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. So nobody suspended for the Chiefs game? Not yet. Not that we know of. They say they're not expected to hand down any suspensions, but that's expected. The person that I'm most worried about is Parker because the trainer got hit by him. But I think, listen, the league know that it wouldn't be good to suspend anybody. That Chiefs-Dolphins game is going to be really huge. We need to collab with TD and K Flexing for the culture. Man, I'm going to hit Flex up soon, man. Our offense is too limited with Tua, but he don't turn the ball over. Let's see what happens versus the Chiefs. I don't know, man. It's been multiple weeks now. I've had this weird feeling about the Chiefs game. Like, we're going to literally shock some people. Like, our offense might even be high-powered with Tua. I don't know. But I just got a weird feeling. We'll see. But anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here. I'll check in with y'all on some more news. I'm going to try my best to do this Buffalo game. I'm going to try to do this Buffalo game, so y'all get ready. If I'm able to do it, I'll go live around 7-something. So we can talk through that game. We'll watch it together. Excuse me. We'll watch it together. But, hopefully, like I said, 80% chance that we do unless something comes up crazy. So y'all be ready for that. We'll go live and we'll talk through that Buffalo game. And hang out tonight. I'll do live play-by-play coverage. I'll call them trash 50 million times. I just hope that, San Francisco makes it a good game. I hope they win, but we'll see. We'll see. Anywho, y'all, love y'all so much. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's TD FanStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Catch y'all on the other side tonight. Peace.